convinced Carrie Underwood is the next Ellen DeGeneres after American Idol Season 23 fail. American Idol Season 23 judge and Season 4 winner Carrie Underwood's return for Season 24 hasn't been announced. And I'm convinced that she'll be the next Ellen DeGeneres and leave the show after one season because she's uncomfortable in the role. For American Idol Season 23, Carrie took Katy Perry's place at the judging table alongside Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan, when Katy left the show after 7 seasons to focus on her own music career again. As a Carrie fan since her American Idol Season 4 audition, I was thrilled to hear the news that she'd be joining the show as a judge, but I quickly realized that her past experience with the show was more of a detriment than an asset to her. Because Carrie knew what it was like to be a finalist and receive criticism on national television after a performance, I believe she might have held back with the contestants out of fear of hurting their feelings, and therefore she failed as a judge. Here's why I feel that she could become the next Ellen and leave American Idol after one season because she disliked it so much. During American Idol Season 9 in 2010, Ellen took Paula Abdul's place on the judging panel, joining returning judges Simon Cowell, Cara DioGuardi, and Randy Jackson. Although I was skeptical at first because, unlike the other judges, talk show host and actress Ellen had no real connection to the music industry, I quickly warmed up to the idea that she was chosen because she was going to represent the fans. However, it soon became very clear that Ellen didn't like having to critique the contestants. I wasn't surprised when Ellen announced that she'd be leaving American Idol after Season 9. In a statement via People, she said, "A couple months ago, I let Fox and the American Idol producers know that this didn't feel like the right fit for me. I told them I wouldn't leave them in a bind and that I would hold off on doing anything until they were able to figure out where they wanted to take the panel next. It was a difficult decision to make, but my work schedule became more than I bargained for." Ellen continued by explaining that it was difficult for her to be an American Idol judge because she didn't like critiquing the contestants. She admitted, "I also realized this season that while I love discovering, supporting, and nurturing young talent, it was hard for me to judge and sometimes hurt their feelings. I loved the experience working on Idol, and I am very grateful for the year I had. I am a huge fan of the show and will continue to be." At the time, Ellen was known for being one of the nicest people in show business, so it's likely that she didn't want to risk her image by saying or doing anything that could be misconstrued as mean. I believe that Carrie, who has an image as America's sweetheart, might have felt the same way, based on the way that she behaved throughout the season. This was especially evident when Carrie refused to help judges song contest winners Lionel and Luke decide between Maddie Pruitt and Josh King during the judges' save. She didn't want to be a part of ending someone's dream, and looked noticeably upset when Lionel and Luke saved Maddie and sent Josh home. I was surprised when Carrie took herself completely out of the decision, especially because Katy, Lionel, and Luke always consulted with each other during the judges' save. I felt bad for Carrie because she looked so uneasy at that moment, but at the same time, it's part of American Idol. At the beginning of American Idol Season 23, Carrie confessed that she had a hard time saying no to people during their auditions, and that she was worried about coming across as mean on the show. I feel that, like Ellen, she just didn't have the heart to truly judge the contestants. I think that, because of this, Carrie might be a one-season American Idol judge. Throughout American Idol Season 23, Carrie, Lionel, and Luke became more like cheerleaders for the contestants, and they rarely ever gave them any negative feedback. This was a detriment to the contestants and made the show boring to watch. When everyone gets a standing ovation, they mean nothing, but a standing ovation from a judge like Simon was an honor. I don't think that Carrie was cut out to be an American Idol judge, and like Ellen, she never really settled into the role. Carrie's feedback became very repetitive as she critiqued each performance, which made it kind of meaningless.